So people have been asking about my chart. All right, let me take you through it. So if we take a look at my chart, this is the dark mode on Astro Charts, you can see that my chart is bowl-shaped. Because of this bowl shape, it creates a multiple planet square. And what that dynamic aspect means is that my Virgo and Sagittarius placements are hyper aware of each other. Now, if we take a look at my inner planets, I'm a Capricorn Sun. I have Sagittarius rising, Moon, Mercury, and even Neptune. My Venus is in Scorpio, Capricorn, Mars, and my Midhaven and North Node are both in Virgo. There's something that's really particularly interesting, and that is if you'll notice in the first house, I have a stellium there, meaning 3 or more placements in the same house. The first house is the house of self. I do have my Sun and Mars that are in Capricorn also in the first house, but my stellium actually happens to all be Sagittarius. In fact, I have so many placements in the first house. I hardly have any other placements in any of the other houses. Like my 3rd, 4th, 5th, minus Chiron, of course, 6th, 7th, and 11th house have no major placements in them. And speaking of Chiron in my 5th house, it's actually in Taurus, as you can see here in this chart. What is Chiron? Well, it's an asteroid. And asteroids, there's several of them. They're kind of bonus things in your chart. But Chiron in particular, not only is it the wounded warrior, but it's also the wounded healer. And that's because this placement in your chart shows you the wounds from your childhood, but also enlightens you as to the areas that you need to work on. My Chiron is in Taurus, and they're about material possessions, routine, sensuality, and stability. That manifests itself as me being afraid of losing any of those things. Mine is placed in the 5th house of expression, so my childhood wounds will show through how I express myself. And finally, the last aspect I'd like to cover is my Midhaven is always on the cusp of your 10th house. And I began researching it, it blew my mind. This is your most public face, your legacy that you're gonna leave behind. Mine happens to be in Virgo. Virgo Midhavens are basically the people that tell you all the things that you're doing wrong and how you're doing it incorrectly and how they know how to do it better. Sorry. What about life path number? I use the website 7th Life Path. It's free and easy calculator. You add the numbers of your month, day, and year, each of them getting down to 1 number, and then add those 3 numbers together to again get down to 1 number, unless you happen to be one of those rare 3 master numbers, which are 33, 22, and the number I am, which is 11. So that's essentially a really quick rundown of my chart. And it's not even into the specifics, so, you know. I'm apparently not paying enough attention to the cat.